What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel for another Football Manager 2022 video. And today we have done a little bit of an experiment. I personally think that Football Manager is exceptional at predicting things in real world football. You can see wonder kids in FM that go on to become absolute legends of the game. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to put that to the test. So we simulated the same save for the 2021-2022 Premier League season to find out what Football Manager thought of the season. Who was going to win the Premier League? Who was most likely to get relegated? How about winning the FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, the Champions League, the Europa League? We've done it all, guys. It's all going to be in this video. We've taken the stats across 100 saves. 100. This took a lot of effort, and thank you to an amazing group of people within my Discord community. I want to thank 𝘼𝙗𝙗𝙪, who did the most. I think he did over 50 in the end. I did some. Ethan, Vaughan, Reese. I'm going to leave links to those guys from my Discord down below. So please do go and check out their socials, drop them a follow, because this sort of video wouldn't be possible without these fantastic guys. So we're going to jump into things. I'm first of all going to show you the sort of spreadsheet and show you sort of what we're talking about. This is sort of what we've done here, guys. So as you can see, there's a lot of effort that has gone into this spreadsheet, and luckily, thanks to my man Scott, we've got it all in graphical form, so it's easier for you guys to break down and you guys to understand. So we're going to go through a couple of things first and foremost, starting off with who is most likely to win the Golden Boot. So then, guys, as you can see from the screen in front of you, Romelu Lukaku is the most likely to win the Golden Boot this year, with 41 occasions out of the 100 simulations where Lukaku won the Golden Boot. Also, shout out to Mo Salah, who did come in second with 19 times where he picked up the Golden Boot trophy. There are some ones in here that you kind of would expect, Ronaldo being one of them. But Chris Wood, massive shout out to Chris Wood, winning the Golden Boot 15 times out of the 100 saves that we did. Dominic Calvert-Lewin picked up 5 alongside Harry Kane. Kai Havertz got himself 4. Edouard from Palace got himself 2. Heung-min Son got 2 as well. Che Adams, Danny Ings, Raul Jimenez, and Bernardo Silva all picked up 1 apiece. So as you can see, guys, there's a pretty dominant striker in the Premier League, and his name is Romelu Lukaku. Next up, I wanted to talk about the teams that finished bottom the most. Now, I'm sorry, Norwich fans, it's going to be no surprise to you that Norwich did come in bottom in 36 of these simulations. Brentford coming in second with 21 finishes in the bottom place. Crystal Palace with 20, Brighton 10, Watford 9, Burnley, Newcastle, even with all that money, were relegated in bottom position on 2 separate occasions. Southampton 2, Wolves 2, and 1 for Aston Villa as well. I will say that these simulations were done on a save where no transfers were allowed in the first transfer window. You had to kind of suck up whatever you had right now. And obviously it was the same save, identical save, so the fixtures were identical, and these are the results of these 100 simulations. So unfortunately, Norwich, you were the most likely to finish bottom. Sticking with the trend of relegation, these are the teams most likely to finish inside the bottom 3. So no surprises having just seen the last screen, but Norwich are the most likely team to be relegated, and they were relegated 71 times out of the 100 saves that we ran through. Brentford at 54 alongside Crystal Palace. Patrick Vieira definitely doing a better job in real life. Brighton, a surprise relegation candidate as well, at 35 relegations out of the 100. Watford, Newcastle, Burnley, Wolves, Southampton, Leeds, Aston Villa, Everton, and West Ham complete the 13 teams who finished inside the bottom 3 in our 100 simulations. We've spoken now about the bottom end of the table. I know what you guys are thinking. You want to see who wins and who is most likely to finish inside that top 4. So onto the Premier League top 4, and there's no real surprise here. Liverpool finished inside the top 4 in 98 of the 100 simulations, which is just absolutely ridiculous. We all know what a juggernaut Liverpool can be in Football Manager, and this goes to show how consistent they are as well. Manchester City managed it 94 times, United 93, and then you can see a little bit of a drop off down to Chelsea, and then Arsenal, Spurs, Leicester, Everton and West Ham also completed top 4 finishes throughout the course of the simulations. But I have to say, massive shout to Liverpool. Unbelievable consistency, 98 times inside that top 4. But did it translate into winning Premier League titles? So, only 4 teams managed to lift the Premier League trophy in the 100 simulations, and despite not finishing inside the top 4 as many times as Liverpool, Manchester City picked up the most Premier League titles, almost winning 50% of the titles of the sims done, with 41 Premier League titles. Manchester United did come in second, winning 29 of the titles. Liverpool completed the main sort of powerhouse 3 with 25 league titles of their own, and Chelsea managed to win 5 of the 100 simulations. So well done to Manchester City. They seem to have the most consistent squad in terms of lifting the trophy. So what we did, guys, is we added up all the total points that every team had scored, divided it by 100 to come out with our final Premier League table, and this is how that table looked. Manchester City top in the tree, Liverpool in second, Manchester United in third, Chelsea rounding out that top 4. We then have Arsenal, Spurs, Leicester City, Everton, West Ham and Leeds completing the top 10, Aston Villa, Southampton, Burnley, Newcastle, Wolves, Watford, Brighton all completing the rest of the Premier League table. And then unfortunately the teams that were not safe were Brentford, Crystal Palace and Norwich. Now, this is very, very interesting if you're a betting person like I am. There are so many things you can do with this information, because I think Football Manager is very, very realistic and very close to the point. So to be honest, if you were to bet on this as a top 4, I don't think you'd be a million miles away in that order. I would love to see the odds, if someone can provide it to me, what the prediction would be for this top 20, or this 20 in this order. I'd be very surprised, considering Brighton are doing very, very well. West Ham are doing pretty well as well. But obviously this information, guys, has been collected from this 100 simulations that the team have done. And this is our Premier League table. How close do you think it will be to the top 20, or the top 20, the 20 in the Premier League? How close do you reckon this order is going to be? Let me know down in the comments below. We've also done the cup competitions, so let's start things off in terms of knockouts with the Carabao Cup. So then, starting things off with the Carabao Cup, it is very, very interesting because Chelsea and Manchester City both won the competition 21 times during the course of these simulations, which is very, very interesting because obviously Manchester City have that affinity with the competition. They've won it multiple years, but obviously have been knocked out this year. So we've put Chelsea as the #1 team just because they're on the same number and they are still in the competition. Then Manchester United, Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Leicester, Aston Villa, Everton, Newcastle United, Burnley, Southampton, Watford and West Ham all lifted the trophy. Ultimately though, I think Chelsea look like a very good bet for the Carabao Cup this year. Moving on, FA Cup time. The most prestigious domestic cup competition in the world looks like it's on its way to Manchester and the red side of Manchester. In 26 of the simulations, Manchester United won the FA Cup. Ollie could be at the wheel for a FA Cup victory should he last the entire course of the season. Manchester City coming in a very close second. As you can see, despite winning the most Premier Leagues, it was also cup competitions that Manchester City were very, very good in as well, showing the depth of squad on offer. Chelsea and Liverpool in technically joint third with 16 apiece. Arsenal and Spurs picked up 9 between them, but also trophies for Leeds United, Newcastle United, Aston Villa, Burnley, Everton, Leicester, Southampton, Watford and West Ham. Obviously, at the time of recording, the FA Cup has not started for these teams yet, so I'll be very, very interested to see if Manchester United can go all the way in this competition. We've done everything that England has to offer. Let's take our attention to the European competitions. Start with the Europa League. So lots of interesting teams in the Europa League this time around and in these simulations. I will say, obviously, the Europa League is slightly different because the way FM works, it didn't have the accurate Champions League draws. So as you can see, there are some rogue teams that are in the Europa League here. I'm looking at the likes of Real Madrid. I'm looking at Barcelona, Chelsea, Dortmund, Liverpool, PSG, Inter, all these sorts of teams that you wouldn't expect to be in the Europa League. However, the most constant and consistent one was Napoli. Obviously, Napoli are in the Europa League this year, and they managed to lift this trophy 10 times out of the 100 simulations, which is very, very good going, to be honest. Working their way through, as you can see, some of these teams that would have dropped down, there isn't any real consistency with it in FM because of the randomness of the Football Manager game and the way that it deals with the Champions League groups. But ultimately, another Italian team coming out on top, Napoli, to win the Europa League. And the final stop on this journey is the Champions League, and well done to Liverpool, only just beating Bayern Munich into that top spot, winning the Champions League 23 times, which is absolutely ridiculous. Jurgen Klopp's men look like they have gone on and done a superb season. 23 victories is no mean feat, obviously, given the nature and who you can face in the Champions League. So coming out with almost 25% of the results is mad. To be honest, this is a much more tightly knit group than any of the other trophies, to be perfectly honest. As you can see, Man City and Juve both in double figures. PSG finally get the monkey off their back and win that Champions League title, but only 9 times out of 100. Inter win it 6, Manchester United with 4, Barcelona and AC Milan and Chelsea all on 3, Real Madrid with the 2, Ajax and then Atleti with the 1 trophy each. So according to Football Manager, we have winners for each and every competition, and they look like what is on your screen now. Manchester City most likely to win the Premier League, Manchester United most likely to lift that FA Cup, Chelsea to win the Carabao, Liverpool to win the Champions League, and Napoli to win the Europa League. And because I am a slightly betting man, I have put some money on these exact 5 outcomes this season to see what happens with them. And if they all happen, guys, my £5 stake will return me just over £10,000. You can do the same yourself with this research that we've done, and believe me, guys, if this comes in, I cannot wait for it. I will owe Sports Interactive, I will owe Miles, I will owe all the devs a little bit of a drink, I think. So that is where I'm going to leave things for today, guys. We have predicted the entire 2021-2022 season. This is it. This is who you're looking at. These are the champions. These are the best teams to look out for in all of the competitions according to Football Manager. I just want to say thank you very much again to everyone who helped me put this video together, from the guys Balin, Reese, Vaughan and Ethan, to Scott, who put together these fantastic graphics. Unbelievable stuff from everybody concerned, and I hope you find this video very, very interesting. If you have, please do drop a like on the video down below, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here for daily Football Manager content, and until next time, guys, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you on another one very, very soon.